All right, we've done it. What do you know? We got the couches back. This thing is perfect. I had it when I drove to work. I was going 75. Trail's perfectly smooth, very well balanced. You put a load in here, it is so well balanced, and it's absolutely flawless of a trailer. But really, what I want to talk about is the idea behind this trailer. Utility trailer to me doesn't mean anything super special. It means cheap and works. And I think I did an okay job at cheap and works on this trailer. It cost me under $30 for lumber. I had to put the new lights on. That was $20. And you know, everything else, pretty much I had to rebuild this trailer from the ground up. It's honestly a completely different trailer. In fact, it's so different in its size and shape that I'm gonna have to re-register it because it's not a 6x8 anymore with wheel tubs. It's a 4x8 with a longer tongue and everything. It's completely different than when I first got it. But really, for what it is, I think this thing worked perfectly. Utility trailer, it's going to get banged up, it's going to be beat up, it should be built cheap, and my purpose also is it should be built really light because, as you guys know, I tow this behind my car, and the car towed it absolutely perfect. I could feel a lot of wind resistance with that couch sticking up as high as it did, but really with the weight on it, it performed flawlessly. It didn't bump around too much. You guys can see we have a lot of perfect movement in there, and I actually think that those leaves are a little too stiff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be removing one of the two leaves from each one so it rides a little bit better. It's a little bouncy when it's empty, but when you go down the highway, even empty, it pulls perfectly straight and it doesn't bounce around too much. So I really think I nailed this project, just with the fact that it's, you know, it has to be cheap. And I think what I'm going to do next, at the end of this year in September, when I get rid of my car and get into an SUV or possibly a pickup truck, it's going to be redone again. The whole entire deck's coming off. I'm going to make the frame actually 4 feet wide, and I'm going to use 2x6s for the sides. And that'll probably be the last morphing of this trailer. But right now I needed it light, and I needed it to haul brush without it all blowing out. Trying to haul brush with the flat top like I had last year, yeah, no, it didn't work too good. So you got leaves flying everywhere. I can fill this thing up now and just throw a tarp over the top of it and it'll work perfectly. So truly a really good utility trailer. It can take a hit, and I'm not going to feel bad ripping a side off of it if I catch something or whatever, but it's completely different, looks completely different, feels completely different. And this is why I need it, right? We got stuff to pick up. We got nice furniture here, and I'm bummed out. I lost the ratchet part of one of my straps today, but I have more. Luckily, I need to actually buy a couple more. But yeah, now I'm just gonna be redoing these trailer lights. They're gonna be mounted. Excuse me. They're gonna be mounted down below. I just have to make sure the gate has enough clearance, and yeah, angle iron for the gate. I'm thinking of using these. I've had these laying around forever, and they should be heavy duty enough for right now, but I'm thinking I can mount them two different ways. I can mount them like this, from the top down, or I can weld them like this from the bottom down. But once again, the heaviest thing I think I'm going to be driving on here is a four-wheeler, and I think those hinges will work fine. The greatest part about it is, even if the hinges don't work fine and they kind of fail, excuse me, even if they kind of fail, I can always take them and make them into something else. So it's, you know, what do I have that'll work? You know, I have 2 different types of hinges laying around here, and I think this is better than that. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. I'm going to tinker with this again tomorrow because I just love having little projects around the shop around the garage. But yeah, it's gonna be great. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and had a really good day. Hung out with Sam all day, which is really nice. I love hanging out with her and spending time with her. But then also got to see Xander and Emily, Jason, all of them, which is really good to check in with. We got to actually babysit Xander, and I think we did a really good job with that. We actually got to put him to sleep and give him a bath and stuff, and it felt really good because we haven't really done that. And I think Emily and Jason really wanted to have really deserved a day out to just have that one-on-one time. And I don't know if they get that a lot or anything like that, but I think that they, at least I hope that they had fun. And if they were a little nervous about us watching him this time, hopefully next time they'll have no doubts, because I think that we did really good with him. He didn't have any accidents or anything. Everything got done that was supposed to get done, and that's always good. So this was the first time that we really watched him for a long time and got to put him to sleep and stuff. So I wanted to make sure it went really well, and I want to be around him more, and I want to do more stuff like that, because Sam and I are getting married in a year and 2 months, 2 months and some days, and we want to have kids right away, hopefully. So the more time I can spend with Xander, the better. I haven't really been around babies like that in my family, and Sam has, so I need a lot of experience so that I kind of get used to it, I guess you could say. But yeah, went really good. Xander is just a sweetheart, and he's just as cute as can be. We gave him a bath, and he knew that it was going to be bedtime, so when we stood him up after we dried him off, he gave me the biggest hug, and it just makes my heart melt. So I can't wait to have kids and actually do that. Anyways, kind of off topic, but we got this furniture in. It was kind of drizzling out, so we brought it in. I need to bring that pallet back to Menards. So we brought it in, and tomorrow we're going to work on getting it in the house. We don't know where it's going to go quite yet. We're thinking upstairs, but we're also thinking downstairs. So, yeah. But so far so good. Yep. So now we got this all ready to go. I'll make that tailgate, and then it'll be pretty much time then to start bringing all the brush on the side of the house in, like we do, because they don't really leave the compost site open long enough. They leave it open until like mid-fall, so you still have a bunch of leaves that have to go and stuff like that. And I got a bunch of branches because I was trimming trees up and stuff, and gotta get that. Now that I found that waste place up the road, I want to get rid of all the rocks and stuff, debris that I have sitting over there. So I want to get rid of all of that. And slowly but surely, I'm kind of like, I have my home and I'm figuring stuff out. Like, where do I bring my rocks and stuff? Now I got a place for that, and a place for my brush, and all those other places. So now I got a trailer to haul all that stuff. And yeah, and like the sides of it, right? I had my canoe set on this before, but in the fall I'm thinking I want to get an SUV or a truck, and so then the canoe can go on top of the SUV, and I could pull this or whatever, and if that happens when we go like duck hunting or something, I'll just put like bigger sides on it, and then I'll sleep in here. That's a really crazy idea, but yeah. All right. I gotta go back inside because Sam's in there. She's probably getting sleepy. And yeah, but thanks for watching, guys. I had a really good Saturday. I hope everyone else did. And I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow. So, see you later.